Hello everyone, Grandmaster VAR AKOBIAN here with 1000 GM, and I'm here with my student Jonathan Macting, and we are analyzing the games from the round 8 of the IM Norm tournament in St. Louis. In this game, we have FM SETHURAMAN playing against Grandmaster NYZHNYK. Ilya at this point is 7-0, perfect score, and everybody was like, can we stop NYZHNYK somehow? So definitely SETHURAMAN tried, but it did not work at the end. D4, knight f6, c4, d6. Since NYZHNYK's rating is so much higher than his opponent's, he has to push hard for every game for a victory, Jonathan. The difference is too big. He cannot afford to make draws because every draw will cost him 3 to 4 rating points against any of the opponents. So he's playing these openings that he normally wouldn't play against, let's say, Grandmasters, you know? So we saw him go for the King's Indian, and let's take a look. So we have the King's Indian, the fianchetto line, castle, now bishop g4 played. D5, it's all theory here, knight d2 played. Interestingly, the move b3 is actually quite interesting. It looks like it's a possibility here, b3. And if black plays knight e4, actually knight takes e4. Bishop a1, it may seem like, wait a minute, this is winning exchange, but then you have this neat move, Jonathan. Hoppa, attacking the knight and attacking the bishop, and then we see there are two things, two pieces hanging, loose pieces, okay? Remember, loose piece drop off, LPDO. So you put the bishop on d2, and that's become two LPDOs, you see, the bishop and the knight on a5. Loose pieces get dropped off. So b3 is another move that is a possibility here. And looks like, you know, computers prefer this, because if you can play b3, bishop b2, I think that's no brainer. You go for it, you know? So I don't know if there are anything else black can do in this position, like knight d5 perhaps, but that doesn't also do too much, because you go boom, bishop takes here, and just simple thing. Same concept, Jonathan, we see. Attacking the knight and attacking the queen, attacking the bishop on a1. So this was definitely a possibility. He played knight d2. Now, c5 play by NYZHNYK, this is important because white wants to play b4 at some point to trap the knight on a5, so c5 move will prevent that. Now, queen c2 played. This way now the white can play the pawn on e4 when needed. h3, questioning the bishop. I actually thought SETHURAMAN played quite well here. b3, bishop b2, he's getting very good development. And yeah, he's got a very nice position now, good center. Takes, or bishop a3. This is certainly a possibility. Another option here could have been the move a3, kicking the rook. And if the rook goes back, you go bishop a1. This way you keep everything under control. b3, c4, everything is under control. And rook b1, rook takes b1. And yeah, white is a little bit better here, once again, because of the space advantage, okay? There's a very, very nice space advantage here, and you can try to prepare some f4, e5 ideas later on, okay? And also knight on a5, it's not particularly that great in this position. It's on the rim. So I would have liked this a3. Play bishop a3, trade occurs, and you know, some retreating moves with the knights, okay. It's not super clear, but okay. Bishop b2, bishop h6, f4. Wow, looks like a really nice position for white. Knight here, king h2. I mean, black is trying to do something, but right now, white has just got a nice center, you know? Now, knight, bishop g7, knight b2. You know, another idea in this position would have been just to put a knight on d2. If the knight goes on d2, I think if, let's say, exchange has occurred, then knight takes, queen b4, knight d3, queen a3, and can start with the break, okay? Because bishop f5 will be met by bishop e4. And if bishop a4, queen goes on b1. And white is looking really good, I think, here. The knight's on the rim. They're not doing that much here. So this was another attempt here. But okay, so SETHURAMAN wanted to play a little bit more solidly with this. And Bishop f1. Okay. e5 now, played by NYZHNYK. Because at some point white is going to play a5 eventually, so black wants to try to complicate the matters. Queen c3, f6, knight d2, knight c7. Certainly, if you look at the position knight, it feels like white is for choice here. You know, a little bit more space, but not too much. And the knight on a3 it's stuck. He played bishop e2. Knight b7, and now bishop d1. That's a little bit of a strange decision. Opponent wants to play queen b4, and that move, I believe, should be stopped. Okay, so if I'm playing this game, I might consider the move a3 to simply control the b4 square, to not allow this queen b4 idea to happen. But instead, SETHURAMAN went here. Unclear if it's good. Now he goes here. Exchange has occurred. Ooh, that's a mistake. That's a big mistake, giving away the c5 square. That's a big one. That's a big one. He should play a move like queen c2. But of course, queen b4 shouldn't have been allowed, Jonathan. a3 move would have simply secured that and never happened at queen b4. And now, very quickly, everything falls apart. Exchange, and now a5. Now, black is going to go at a5. And surprisingly, this position is just really losing here. The king is too far away. And I think he simply just miscalculated it. Because thanks now threatening a4. Yep. And now attacking the pawn. And just one bad decision. Move 31, queen takes b4, and it was just very costly. And now simply check. And now he resigned, because if he goes here, push. And if you push yourself after 96, your pawn is stopped. So very nice win for NYZHNYK here. And the big mistake here was here, Jonathan. When opponent wants to change things, okay, create imbalance in a structure, the lesson is you want to stop that, okay? And in order to stop that, which move he had to play?
He had to play queen c2. The knight over first. This is when his queen was down, so much earlier.
A3,
yeah, he had to,
A3.
Yeah, A3 here. Simply. Yeah, A3
A3 here. Simply, guys. A3 to prevent that, okay? And so make sure that the queen doesn't get here, okay? And then white would have, it's probably just equal here, but I actually don't see how you can lose this position.
If we go back to the game, could we go to the position where the queen had already gotten to b4? So
yeah, then he shouldn't have traded. He should have gone
queen c2. Yeah, that's what I was thinking here. So is this playable here?
You don't want to change the structure and give the c5 square. It's very strange.
So if he goes back to c2, is this playable?
And then knight d3.
Would this be playable, or is this still bad for white?
No, it's about equal. It's totally playable.
Cool. That's all I was checking.
And then you go knight d3. All right. Now we pick up the important parts of this game, but now NYZHNYK went on with 8-0. So fantastic play by Ilya. And hope you guys enjoyed this game. And we're going to take a look at a couple of more games from this tournament. We'll see you very soon.